obviously we've heard the old saying that women, hot girls, like guys that are just jerks to them. So, from your perspective as a woman, what do you see and why is that?
I think a lot of women are attracted to cocky, confident guys, and they come across as like the douchey boy or the loud frat boy or the confident alpha jock guy, the popular kid. That could be one category of jerk. They're just annoying. But then there's the other category of jerk that uh, treats his girlfriend really badly, and she's always trying to win his attention.
Or fix them?
Yeah, that too. Um, So I think it's very subjective. I can't say women love jerks. I don't love jerks. I like a guy who is respectful and kind and low key. I have dated the loudest guy in the room a few times. Actually, I have a really solid track record of dating and being in long term relationships with the loudest guy in the room. So being extroverted and popular and confident doesn't make you a jerk, but I guess it would be how you define jerk, but like that kind of douchey guy that's not, he's kind of rude and annoying, um, cheats on his girlfriend, spinning plates and lying to the girls. I see that as the jerk. And I've never been attracted to those kinds of guys at all.
Or the guy that's the insecure control freak who initially the woman thinks he's very confident because he's very controlling. We're going to do this, we're going to do that this time, be ready. And then she likes that. She's like, "Oh, this guy's direct," like just like how your ex-husband said it. But as time goes by, there's more anger that comes out with that, and he becomes controlling. And then it's, "Where are you? Who are you with?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?"
Ooh, controlling
Yeah,
jerks.
and it's a guy that's insecure, and so he tries. You can't do this. You can't hang out with this person. You
It's
can't
not
wear that
attractive.
kind of outfit. I don't want you posting that on social media. That kind of thing. So initially, she thinks it's this very confident guy, but in the end, it turns out to be this very insecure guy, and oftentimes those guys turn into stalkers because they don't like being rejected, and they become very forceful.
What I think happens is that men at the beginning of a relationship, men and women both paint themselves as a way because what they're trying to do is impress the other person so they'll like them back. So they might be faking it a little bit. And so if that girl falls in love with the idea of who she thinks that guy is, and then he starts kind of being a jerk, she's thinking she did something wrong when the actual scenario is that the guy she thought she fell in love with is not really the guy that he is. He's actually a jerk, and she's trying to get him back to the way he used to be, but that's not how he ever was. It was an act. And I think girls get in that cycle of trying to get back to where they started, and they can't, and they don't understand how they got where they were. And that goes both ways. I think men fall in love with a vision of who they think the girl is, an expectation, and then they're let down and they keep thinking they did something wrong or why doesn't
Or
she
they try to
like me?
force it when the expectation isn't met. They try to force her
Mm-hmm.
to comply.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a scenario too, how you can mistakenly get involved with jerks is when they put on a different face at the beginning and they switch up their game and it throws people off. You know, it's hard to navigate once you're in it, especially if you're a couple months down the road and you're in love, you think you're in love, but you have to be careful. For those red flags, make sure you know who you're dating ahead of time before you get too committed and you put too many, and you can't change people. You can't fix people. It's not that you're necessarily doing something wrong and you have to fix yourself or change yourself. I have bent myself into a pretzel in that situation trying
You
to
want
get
somebody that's a
back.
compliment to your life, who's got
Mm-hmm.
their, like I always say, a woman that can pay her bills, hold down a good job, make her car payment on time, pay her rent on time, keep her apartment clean. She's reliable. I
It's
mean,
got
if
to
she,
be easy and
yeah, if she
effortless.
can't take care of herself, how is she going to run a household and
Mm-hmm.
pay bills or groceries or make food or make sure the kids are fed or whatever when he's off at work during the day?
Mm-hmm.
And so you want somebody that's a teammate not a child, or not
Oh
a
yeah.
woman that's just can't get it together, can't hold down a job, forgets to pay her car payment on time, or overdraws her bank account, or she's just always got something going on. The guy is always trying to solve or fix the problem instead of sharing his completeness with a happy, whole,
Yeah.
complete person.
But I will say that when you started out with like women love jerks, women are attracted to confident, cocky guys. That is a fact. They stand out in a crowd, people that are really confident. But if it's abusive, then that's not okay. That's where you go wrong. I don't like the really confident, like overly confident guys that are arrogant and rude and disrespectful. I think it's such a turnoff. But some girls, they just see the big cool alpha in the room, and they ignore the red flags because they just want him, and they want to be adored by him. It's a competition or it's a goal. But yes, it can, being alpha does not mean being a jerk,
True.
being a total asshole. I mean,
Yeah, a lot of people assume that alpha male, oh, he's the asshole in the room, because those are the comments I see sometimes when I do a video that has alpha male in the title. Guys, they get triggered by it, and that's what they typically say.
people will get triggered by honesty and people that put out boundaries. People don't like to hear the truth, and they don't like it. Pisses people off when you put boundaries out too. So they might paint you as a jerk if they don't like that. But I picture a jerk as somebody who's disrespectful. So